Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I am going to be doing a little bit of an educational video. I'm going to be doing a full coverage base walkthrough using only drugstore makeup, and everything in this video is under £10, which makes it even better. As you can see, base is very much covered, and as you're about to see, I've got very terrible skin at the moment. So if you would like to see what products I used on my skin, then please keep watching. I have not filmed for like over a week, and I was in a terrible mood yesterday and didn't want to force myself to film, so I didn't. But today I'm feeling much better and I'm so excited to be back sat here and filming. So for today's video, I have a super exciting one. This type of video is not something I typically do, but I do want to strip back and go back to the basics, because some of you might be new here and you might want to know how to achieve a full coverage base, but you can't afford to spend like so much money on high-end products. All of the products I'm using in today's video are under £10, so it is achievable. You don't have to spend loads and loads of money to get a full coverage base. I know full coverage and matte and stuff is very 2016. I am still stuck in that year, I'm afraid. I'm loving the whole glowing natural makeup trend, but realistically, for someone like me who suffers with acne and oily skin and stuff, it's just not something that I do very often. I will definitely do it for Instagram and for very short periods of time if I'm not going out, but on a night out or if I'm going out somewhere, this is the type of base that I am doing. Firstly, we are going to start off with primer. I love a pore filling primer. This e.l.f. putty one is one of my absolute favourites. I do also love the NYX marshmallow one, but that is slightly above our budget today. So I am going to be using this e.l.f. putty one. I believe it is £9. Honestly, if you're like me and have huge pores, definitely pick this up if you haven't already. It's been out for a very long time. And also, if you don't have big pores, if you're very fortunate, just switch up the primer. You don't have to use the same primer that I'm using to achieve a full coverage base. If you've got more normal skin, you can use a more like glowy or hydrating primer. It doesn't have to be the same. So I'm going to let that primer soak in, but I do have a little trick to cover up your acne before you even apply your foundation. So we're going to take a pot concealer. This is the Concealer Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer. It is very affordable. I think this is like £3 or something. I have mine in the shade 2 Porcelain. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to grab my concealer brush, or a flat brush anyway. This is the P. Louise 7071, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly pat some of this concealer on all of my areas of acne. Okay, so I've patted that all round. I've not blended it in. Top trick, don't blend it in, just pat it all over the acne. And as you can see, my acne before, very, very vivid and bright red. Now it has toned down the redness a lot, so we're not seeing so much redness that's going to peek through. Next, you want to then go in with your foundation. I'm actually debating between two here. I've got the Conceal and Define, which is absolute holy grail of mine, and I've also got this by Loreal. This is the Infallible 24-hour matte cover, but I am going to go in with Revolution Conceal and Define, only because I think this is probably gone out of date now, so I should probably replace that. And I definitely know the Conceal and Define is still available, and it is under £10. So we're just going to stipple this all around my face and blend it in. God, I look like such a state, honestly. And then we blend our foundation in. Okay, so that's the foundation all on, and as you can see already, a lot of this redness has disappeared, which is exactly what we want. Obviously, you still might be able to see texture. Texture is not going to disappear with a makeup product. That is your natural, beautiful skin, so just embrace that. For concealer, I'm going to grab a full coverage concealer from the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. I absolutely love this. It was in my 2021 favourites. I'm surprised I've not run out of this. What shade is this that I use? This is... It's a very good question. Oh, it's on the lid. This is 323 Fawn. And I'm, of course, going to place this on the usual areas, which is all around here, Cupid bow, a bit around the sides. And then I'm also going to dab it on top of my spots. Most people would probably tell you not to do that, but we make our own rules here, so I'm going to put them on top of the acne to give them a bit of extra coverage. So now I'm just going to take my sponge again and I'm going to blend this out. I'm so gutted because I wanted to do cream bronzer today, but I don't know where my Elf Putty one is, and that one's £6. So we're going to move on to a bit of cream blush. I'm going to use this one by Planet Revolution. Haven't used it since I tested it, not going to lie. This is the shade Peach Breeze. Very beautiful peachy shade. Absolutely stunning. I'm just going to take some on the back of my sponge. Okay, I forgot how pigmented this was, and I'm just going to blend it in the usual areas. Okay, so those are all the cream products we're going to be using today, and now I'm going to move on to my powders. So when I want to do a full coverage, you know, cake, face, makeup, I always gravitate to loose powder. So we're going to be using my I Heart Revolution coconut baking powder. This is literally a £5. It's a very good drugstore powder, and we're going to use it to press powder into our skin and make sure we are covered. Okay, so there we go. My skin is now powdered down. I cannot see an ounce of redness inside. I'm going to be honest, it really doesn't matter what makeup you use from this point onwards, because this is where the full coverage base comes from, but we're going to continue anyway. So for my bronzer, I'm going to use the Revolution Glow Bronzer in the shade Fair. I love this. Again, another one in my 21 favourites. If you want to see a full face of favourites video, I can definitely do that. I can also split that into drugstore and high end, because as much as I am a drugstore girl, you guys know that, I am a sucker for high end makeup. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love all makeup, no matter what the price tag is. Drugstore is where my heart's at. I am a sucker for a bit of high end makeup every now and then. I absolutely love that bronzer. If you've got a pale skin tone, you need to get the shade Fair, because it is just such a perfect match. For contour, something very, very affordable. This is the By Essence. This is the Contouring Duo palette, and this is in the shade 10. I'm really sorry if you can hear murmuring or background noise or talking. It's just when I film, my boyfriend loves to go next door and play FIFA with my brother, so they're just very loud. So I'm actually going to take a little combo of both sides, because I feel like this can be a bit dark sometimes, but if I mix it in with a light shade, it works. And we're gonna contour the skin. Next, we're going to move on to spray. Now, this can alterate for me because I either want something that's going to help my makeup last longer, or something to melt all my powders in, or something to make my skin look more glowy. Today, because I'm just filming, I'm going to use a glowy spray. Typically on like a night out or something, I would use like the Morphe Matte Continuous Setting Mist. That is not under £10, so I can't say that. Let's say the Makeup Revolution in the gold tin. What's it called? It makes your makeup last longer. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in the like bronzy tin. I'll put a photo up. And another spray that I love is the Revolution Fix and Glow, but that obviously won't make my makeup last longer. I am going to go in though with the L'Oreal Shake and Glow. I absolutely love this. Makeup Mister got me onto this, and I'm so glad she did, because it's such a good spray. And I'm going to use this to add a bit of glow to my skin, and also to melt all of those powders together. I could have quite easily bought out a Revolution highlighter, but I'm going to use this one by Beauty Bay because it's stunning. This is the Flash highlighter, so affordable. Look at that. Are you actually joking me? Honestly guys, Beauty Bay makeup is not a joke. And it's so affordable, it's not even funny. Like, you need to jump on it if you've not already. The last base product we're going to be using is blush, and this is by Rimmel. This is the Maxi Blush in the shade Sweet Cheeks. I feel like Rimmel's not really spoken about enough these days. I used to love Rimmel when I was a teenager, obviously, like everyone else. But yeah, they're not really spoken much about now, which is a bit of a shame because products like this are absolutely stunning. Okay, so this is my full coverage base. As you can see, not an ounce of redness in sight, and I absolutely love it. Talk about the power of makeup, like, it is just incredible. So this is pretty much the video done, but I am gonna go off camera. I'm gonna film another video on an eyeshadow palette. It's this one here, the W7 Love Fest. I'm gonna put my brows, lips, all of the rest on, and then I'll be right back to finish off this video. Okay, I'm back. I finished the rest of my makeup off. I used my W7 Love Fest palette. I have done the video on this, so it'll either be up before even this video, or it might be on, it might be up after, so keep an eye out for that. So now we have the completed full coverage base makeup look. If I do say so myself, I think my skin looks absolutely flawless at the minute compared to what my face looks like at the beginning of this video compared to the end. Full coverage, tick, tick, and tick. We have succeeded. So I think this video confirms that you do not need to spend massive amount of money on makeup just to get that full coverage base. You can clearly get that from the drugstore. I will link all the products I used in today's video down below if you are interested. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Bit of a different one for me, but I kind of really enjoyed it. I feel like a lot more chilled, relaxed, and I feel like I could just sit here, play with makeup, and teach you guys some little hacks and tips and tricks along the way. If you want me to do a high-end version, let me know because I can definitely do that. I definitely want to do full face of drugstore favourites and full face of high-end favourites as well. They are on the cards, don't you worry. Any other video suggestions, just let me know down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button, and let me know down below your recommendations for a full coverage base that is from the drugstore. I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.